It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. First play is to the air. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on first. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 10. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. This one's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to him. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to the well again. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. To the air this time, Herbert. He has the first over the middle. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Man in motion, headed right. 2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They motion the slot man right. Here's the snap on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Along the right sideline, there's space. And the Dolphins have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Trying again, following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Back now, pressure on its way. He fires one. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it down to a single point. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They give it to him again. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. On 4th down, they snap it to Herbert. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
First down, ball at the 36. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. They send a tight end in motion. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 27 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He breaks the tackle. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Working quickly here. They go in play action. Has it in close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kicked off by the Arkansas rookie. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took...
And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Offense up to the line fast. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Big gain downfield. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10, Herbert. Diving, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. No return on that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Hits him on the out route. And he takes this beyond the 25 before going out. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Chiefs with a long ways to go for a score. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Throw caught at the 6. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a one-score game before halftime. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing from the gun here. He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Kansas City. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs bump the lead up to 13 points. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Herbert now. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Second and 10 now, Herbert. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Herbert now, blitz coming. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll send him over right. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game before halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. On the move, headed right. He's running with it. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. No luck finding his receiver that time. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. All right, here we go. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Herbert with a blitz coming. Got a man. It's Thomas. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Lays out. What a catch. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's Thomas. He's got it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. from the 23. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Celebrating a decade in the NFL, he sends it through. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To throw it on 1st down. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Running back sent in motion left. He has it at the 5. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll try and punch it in. Will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Receiver in motion, headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
12 at the 45-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
That's the end of the
Only one
quarter with the score 41.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They've got a man in motion. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Herbert back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Play action on 1st down. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Fires right away, but incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 9-point advantage. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Dolphins have some new life in the 4th.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 1st down play nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins at a 2-score deficit. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big gain downfield. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Herbert on first down. He's got it deep downfield. And in for the Miami touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins cut the lead down to just 2. We've got 75 seconds left to work with here. They have got to come up with this onside kick. And the Chiefs cover up the kick. Needed to try it. We all get it, but didn't work. Still now have those 3 timeouts to fall back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, a quick stop, a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this opposing offense.
Let's go defense. Running back sent in motion. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Flushed out of the pocket. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 3 now. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
And he has it in the end zone, and that might just be the decider, folks. It is now a two-score game.
Dolphins 45.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football.